All right, everybody. It's Wade from the Ivory Tower, or otherwise known as the Magic Doctor, and we're about to do some Orrery Burn casual games. So let's see here, just one land. No, we're gonna have to mulligan this. I don't want to have less than 2 or 3. Okay, we're gonna keep this one. Good luck. Have fun. All right, we are going to keep this, and we will keep our orrery. We'll put that on top. Okay, so we're going to start out with our Evolving Wilds, pass the turn. So right now, my plan is, I don't need to crack that yet. Well, I probably should have cracked it, but I don't have anything yet to do it. So we will crack it for a swamp. Then we'll play our Thermal Alchemist. Then we'll play our orrery and try to empty our hand. So I probably should have cracked that Evolving Wild. So we've got red and white here so far from our opponent. Let's crack this and get a swamp. And then we will go to our next turn. Now we definitely didn't want to get too Harness the Storm. We'll drop our Thermal Alchemist this turn, our Ghirapur Orrery next turn. Maybe. If we can't empty our hand, I want to empty my hand before I give him any options of playing additional lands. So it's really, we've only got 2 of these Harness the Storm in the deck, and they both pulled up in the first 9 cards. That's not really great. All right, a bandit here. So we've got a werewolf, and it's a hasty werewolf. All right, so we are going to have to stop that one pretty soon, but right now we won't. So, all right, we've got Collective Defiance. We'll do this with, first of all, we'll tap our Thermal Alchemist. Collective Defiance with 2 modes. 4 damage to a creature. And then to an opponent. And we'll yield to the Thermal Alchemist, and we'll go ahead and tap him again. That kills their creature and gets them down to 15. So, not too bad. We were able to slow them down. All right, so they're going to pump up. They're always watching. And there's the Nerd Ape, as I think it's been called. Control an artifact. Okay, so, all right. So let's drop this enchantment to try to, well, probably shouldn't have used that, but anyway, we have, so we will. All right, so our opponent is still not doing much. He's attacking for 2. I guess I could have blocked that, but I probably wouldn't have blocked it anyway, so it doesn't matter. I want to keep my Alchemist around. So, what do we got? Aether Star Marok. Okay. So, he can put counters on him. I've got a very little amount of... Well, we're going to kill the Rogue again. First, let's tap for damage. Very little burn. Now, if we had the mana, we could cast that one from our graveyard, but we don't. So, we won't. We'll go ahead and tap him again for damage, though, just trying to get the damage in. And he's at 9. So we either need a discard outlet or to play this other enchantment again that's kind of dead in our hand. So that's not great. Our opponent is at 9, and he's going to use his clue and probably come in for 2, which he probably should have attacked first. and hit me for 3, so at least I'm not the only one making mistakes. So that'll take me to 13. Okay. And he drops Thalia. Okay, so, alright, we will play another Thermo Alchemist, and we'll play a Harness the Storm, so that we can use our Orrery next turn to start getting some card draw. In a burn deck, we've drawn a total of 2 burn spells, and so that's pretty terrible for us. But there's nothing really we can do about it at this point, so we've got to just get through. Alright, so I will block. I'm going to block the Inspector. Looks like I'm going to take 6 points of damage. So, what can we do? Let's see. And what's he going to do? Reality, Hemorrhage, 2 damage to target creature or player. Okay, so we will tap to do a amount of damage. Well, we really would have been nice to get some burn spells. We've got at least one chance to do it, hopefully, if we can survive this turn. So if he can't kill my Alchemist, then maybe we can survive and see if we can do 8 points of damage next turn. Whenever he does, I can at least plink him for 1 with the Alchemist. If the Alchemist makes it, we can get him for 2, so then I only have to get 6 damage off of 3 cards, which is doable. So let's block the Inspector again. Okay, we are at 3. What is he going to do? We're at 1 now, so can he do 1 point of damage to us? Okay, and he's targeting me, so I'll hit him for 1, and then we die. So he's got creatures, so we're going to take our Lightning Axe Galvanic Bombardment route. So we're going to take out I think we're going to take out our Collective Defiance, although it's great. We'll take out Harness the Storms, because that's best really for me. I think that's for control matchups, really. Alchemists are good because they can block. I'm going to drop 1 Orrery and 1 Midnight Oil, and I think this is better for us here. So Collective Defiance is good, but it's just a little pricey to get both of those. So I probably could have swapped out for the Lightning Axe. Put the Fiery Tempers in too, so I could discard them, but we'll just go with this. Next time we may swap out the Galvanic Bombardment for the Fiery Temper if we're going to keep the Lightning Axes in. Alright, well he's taken a while for this to see what's going on here. Didn't get to use our Orrery, though we got to cast it. So we will just pause till he's ready to start. And here we go. So, would I like to play first? Yes. 1, 2, 3 lands. We'll keep this. I've got a Midnight Oil, so we can start getting some card advantage pretty quick, hopefully. So, Alms of the Vein, so we can gain some life. We'll drop our Mountain Pass. He has a Plains. And drops a Thraben Inspector. We will play our Thermo Alchemist and pass the turn. Next turn we will prying questions him to kind of time walk him, hopefully. Slow him down and let our, hopefully some advantage come in play. So he's got 5 cards in hand. We'll take 1. All right, now, the alchemist, of course, this, our prying questions, is a sorcery, so he will untap. We will always yield to that. Okay, and then so he's gonna lose 3 life and have to put a card on top of his library. Okay. Let's see, he's going to attack in for 3. I will block. Maybe I shouldn't, but I will block there. Maybe it'll draw some of his spells if he's got them. Pia, we will go ahead and use our ability, and there we go. We did a damage. So we are at 17 life. All right. I'm going to start going for some card advantage here, so I'm going to cast Midnight Oil. And then I'm going to pass the turn. And we are going to try to prevent damage and get card advantage the best we can. So he's thinking about it. Midnight Oil resolves. Pass the turn. Now let's see. Hold out settlement. So he's got a diverse mana base. Lots of colors. Let's see what he decides to do. We're still waiting. He is playing what? Oh, getting another white for his Roke. Okay. He's got 5 creatures. He doesn't have enough mana to get the Westvale Abbey. So what are we going to do? All right, he's coming in, so we will block Pia. Take some damage. End step, we'll go ahead and pling him for 1. All right, we will yield to the Midnight Oil. Okay, Collective Brutality. Okay, so we're going to drop this. We're going to Collective Brutality for 2, I think. And we will kill a creature and gain 2 life. Okay, so we're going to kill Pia and hit him. There, and we're going to discard our Evolving Wilds. We have to lose a life because of that. So that's okay. We're going to gain life back. Killed Pia. We're also going to play Alms of the Vein. We should have discarded our Alms of the Vein, though, there, but it didn't really matter to us. So, except I should have tapped my Thermo Alchemist. Misplays, everybody. This is terrible. So, I could have played things a little bit better, but I did not. So we'll see if I can survive my misplays. Okay, here comes a bandit. And we'll see what happens. So he ought to be at 8 instead of 9, but he is not. So, and I can see I certainly oh, he taps a creature. Okay, well, so now I could have hit him for 2 more damage than I actually did, so that's really bad on my part. So, all right. Well, we've drawn a card. It's not doing us a lot of good here. Let's help some. So we'll do the damage to him. With that, and then we'll use this as a combat trick, I guess. And see if we can survive. I'm not sure that we can. It's 4, 5, 6, 7. We can block one he's not going to be expecting. So we'll see. That's going to be a 4-3. So I can still get that. Let's see, if he's smart, I would come over with the demon, but let's see what he's going to do. Okay, he's going to tap mine and give on. Yeah, all right, so the rope gets the counter. Okay, and he taps. We'll let that resolve. Then I will zap his werewolf. So I'm going to take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coming. I'll gain 3. I can block 2. So I should be at 4 at the end of combat. And again, we'll see what we can do with, all right, declare attackers. Now we'll declare blockers. We'll block the nerd ape. And we're at 4. And what is he going to do? Goes to his end step. I will hit for a damage. So really should have hit him for another 2 damage. So he ought to be at 6. But that's not the way it is. So, but I think we are okay. So let's do damage here. We actually drew good. We can incendiary flow, untap. We got lucky here. Tap him again, do another bit of damage, takes him to 5. The 3 from incendiary flow hits, takes him to 2, and another incendiary flow will probably do it for us. Unless he's got some way to prevent damage or gain life. Target player gains 4 life, so he has life gain. And he can do that to us. So, if we would have timed it differently, we could have perhaps done something different. But we got him down to 2. Oh, and even the extra 2 damage I missed, that would have counted. So, good game. Good game. It's left to my my poor decision making. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the game. We'll do another one. It seems like it's a pretty fun game, pretty fun deck when it didn't really come out like it has in other games. But hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll get some more gameplay up. So like, subscribe, share it with your friends. That'll help out a good bit if you'll do that for me. So we'll just concede and draw a card, see what we had here. Nothing that was going to save us. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. This has been Wade at the Ivory Tower. Keep brewing and send me ideas, and let's break the meta, everybody.